Hello and welcome to another tutorial, me, Punkamo Andy. So, we have been going through the A to Z of the enchantments. We are going to continue doing so. We have covered the basics of the enchantments in episode 1, right up until the recent episode where we've covered up from enchantments Aqua Affinity up to Power enchantment. So don't forget to check them out. Each video will have in the description what enchantments are included, and don't forget to check out the playlist as well, because my playlist will also contain beacon tutorials and potion tutorials, as well as currently just one redstone. But if you obviously subscribe, I will keep adding to the tutorial list, which will include more of the game mechanic tutorials, as well as a few extra redstone tutorials as well. So today we will start off with Projectile Protection. Now, with Projectile Protection, this is an armor enchantment and reduces the damage taken from bows, crossbows, thrown tridents, and the initial impact of gas and blaze fireballs. Now, where I say about the fire protection will that you cannot use with this, but the fire protection is what will protect you against the fire aftermath, whereas this, the initial projectile will not deal any damage, but any fire out from that projectile will still damage you. The reduction in damage is equal to the level times by 8, and there is 4 levels for projectile protection, so it's 4% per 8% per level. Like I say, this enchantment cannot be used with blast protection, fire protection, or the protection enchantment, which we will just about move on to. So next we have protection enchantment. Now this can be applied to helmet, chestplate, leggings, boots, and the turtle shell. Now this will cover damage. This will reduce the damage from blast, fire, and projectiles. So that would reduce all damage. However, at a decreased rate from what the specific ones are. So the rest are 8%. This reduces it by 4% on Java and 8% on Bedrock Edition per level. It cannot be used with the other enchantments either. And this, like I say, this enchantment will actually reduce the fire, the blast, and the projectiles as well. So it's handy for an all-round one, but obviously the reduction is a lot less. If you're going into fight specific mobs, you may want to opt for the other types, but if you're wearing day-to-day, this may benefit you more than the others. It's all down to personal preference, to be honest. Next, we have Punch. So Punch is pretty much the equivalent of knockback on a bow. So what this does is this actually does knock back the opponents when hit by a projectile when hit by an arrow using the bow. And yeah, the higher the level, the further that mob will get knocked back. Next on the agenda, we have Quick Charge. So Quick Charge, what this does is it reduces the time it takes to load the crossbow, and it is at 1 to 0.5 seconds per level, and it comes in 3 different levels. So level 3 will give you a reduction of 0.75 seconds. And I know crossbows are quite slow, and that will obviously help out in that area. Next we have Respiration, which comes in 3 different levels. It's a helmet and turtle shell enchantment. Respiration, the enchantment increases the amount of breathing time underwater by 15 seconds per level, which makes it pretty much a needed enchantment for taking on an ocean monument and exploring shipwrecks and ocean ruins. Obviously quite handy if you're applying it with Depth Strider. I believe it cannot be applied with Aqua Affinity as far as I'm aware. I believe they are separate enchantments. One's... Oh no, it can be used with Aqua Infinity. That is right, yes. Because I remember I've been underwater quite a long time and been able to mine at normal speed. So, yeah, combine it with Aqua Infinity and Depth Strider, and you want a winner being underwater, to be honest. Obviously, things you would need for taking on an ocean monument. So, level 3 will actually give you 45 seconds additional, which is the same amount of time as a splash potion of water breathing. So, personally, I will take on Respiration 3. Take the extended water breathing when taking on an ocean monument, because that will give you them extra few minutes in case you are kind of fighting an Elder Guardian, just to get out of the way to be able to take more water breathing potions. Next, we have a Riptide. This is probably the most unique of the enchantments, to be honest. Riptide can only be applied to a trident. And what this enchantment does is it will launch the player when thrown whilst the player is in water. So it will act like you've got rockets on you, and can often be the way of taking off from water with an elytra to then swap to rockets to carry on flying. It's also, you don't have to be standing in water. It's also available to work whilst it is raining. However, this enchantment cannot be used at the same time as channeling or loyalty. Reason being, channeling obviously summons lightning, so you need to be able to throw that. You need to be able to throw the trident. With Riptide, you do not throw the trident away, you keep it in your hands. So it becomes more of a melee weapon than it does as a projectile weapon. And obviously loyalty, because you're not throwing it away, you're actually keeping the trident on you. So you wouldn't need the loyalty enchantment. And that is it for today. We have one more episode left on these enchantments. Hopefully they've been helping you out and filling you in with what the information is. Don't forget, if you've missed the rest of the series up to now, don't forget to check that out in the playlist. And also, don't forget to tune in tomorrow for the last, I believe it's going to be tomorrow. But don't forget to just subscribe, turn on the notifications so you get notified when the next video goes live. As I've got one more video left, and then the video after the next one will be the feature length one, which will include everything anyway. So don't forget to check out the previous videos if you haven't already done so, if you only want certain enchantments to just have a refresher. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.